Namaste, welcome everyone to this morning's silent sitting. And today it is dedicated to my master, my Guruji, Sri Poonjaji, who is today is Guruji's Mahasamadhi day, which for those who are not familiar with the term is the day that Papaji left the body on this date in 1997. And it is arising in me now, because I remember at this time I was asked also, what impact does this have on you? And now with your masters just died, and what impact has it brought? Great sorrow for you. And the words came in response to that, no, the master doesn't die. The mister dies. The master, who is that eternal Satguru principle, alone is real. Meaning, the one with that which alone exists. And that which exists cannot cease to exist. But what appears to exist in time and space, that will pass. While we are under that illusion and attached to what is ephemeral or transient, find that which is timeless. And I know that when we come to such opportunity, often much distractions will come. Actually, there is no such thing as a distraction. Just we get distracted. There is nothing you can say, this thing is a distraction, or this thing is a distraction, or this purple flower is a distraction. You cannot say that. Because if that were a fact, that something exists as a distraction, as a fact, then it would be a distraction for everybody, choicelessly. The fact is that this one may get distracted, that one not. So distraction is not in the thing, but in the mind of the one that is perceiving it. And those of you who have come and really have a sense that this possibility to really come at least to a clear breakthrough in seeing and recognizing that which is unchanging within you, because it cannot be recognized outside of you. Everything that you perceive to be outside is phenomenal, and all phenomenon is in time and change. And for this reason, you have come. Even at the heights, on top of any list, even one Sangha gathering list, is the opportunity to come here to clarify that permanently within your own self. I have nothing more to offer than that, apart from the love that I have for you to bring you here like this, but to see among you in whose heart beats this urge for freedom, who is wise enough to see the instability of the phenomenal world, and that is not to be cursed, because what is existing in the realm of the changeful, it's natural for that to be changeful. But if there's the changeful, there must be also the unchanging. And few in the human kingdom have that urge, haven't been bitten by the serpent of duality and ego. Very few has managed to turn the attention within to find the eternal. I am hoping it is you. Of all the human beings on this planet, they say 7.5 billion human beings are contemporaries in life on the planet now. Some must wake up. There's never been an age in the human story where there were not awakened beings. Now I have perhaps something that I must find out if it is a delusion or not, because having come to the seeing that each one, every sentient being, at the core is the essence, is the Supreme One. Having seen that, not necessarily deduced it through any reasoning, but seen it clearly in my heart, then it felt, then if you are already that, and you don't have to create, because if you had to create, some people may say, I'm not creative enough, I don't have that ability. But you need no special ability to wake up, except inside you, God has put that urge for freedom. It is not a guarantee. It's a guarantee that every being must wake up. But there's no guarantee for me when that time will be. I am watching also. So, along the way, and you may be surprised, even here at Montesaja, it may feel even more disturbing for the mind because he's doing everything to take your attention away, to go elsewhere and to miss your opportunity. And perhaps some will miss that. But the one in whom the feeling is there, yes, I've come here for this also. And not for a lesser thing. I see no reason why you will not secure your own liberation. I really feel that. So I will see if it is a delusion in me or not. That aside, I want to welcome you to this morning, to this silent sitting. It will last approximately maybe 40 minutes or so. And then I want that you are sitting wherever you are, that you're comfortable. But if the person next to you come into contact accidentally, you're not to give any attention to that. Watch your mind that it doesn't come up, because here you will come also. I am already here with you from that unchanging place to see if you will accept the invitation into your own unchanging place. Not as a tourist. Om. Jai Sri Poonjaji, Namah Shivaya, Om. Now, do not hold one single thought or shape in the mind, even if they come. Don't hold, don't connect. Everything coming up, going away. You are not here to watch thoughts. If you do not hold to any thought that is presented through the mind, stay totally empty. You will naturally come to that recognition of the formless, and that vastness in which thoughts blip momentarily. If they are not picked up, they have no choice but to subside into oblivion. So there's nothing to do here now, nothing to prove. Make no effort. The effortless is already here. Nothing you see is of benefit to you. Nothing is needed that the mind present. None of that is needed for you. Rest in awareness as awareness itself. That is it. There is no time in awareness. Awareness cannot be received. Don't touch, do not touch any idea of waiting for something. Again, do not touch any idea that you are waiting or expecting something. You're here as here-ness itself, nothing more. There's no shape. No waiting. There's nothing, no form that you need to be concentrating upon. Don't give emptiness a form. The form of emptiness is emptiness itself. If what we call mind is shaking, not your business. There's already a distance there in your perceiving. There's nothing to go forward to or backward to. There's nothing to do now. You are not being offered any instruction to do or to achieve anything at all. Let it all pass. Whatever comes, goes. No need to wait to see if they go or not. Be aware, the awareness itself. If there is a sense of any restlessness, it's nothing at all. Mind seeking a little attention, you're not here for that. No. Abandon everything. And swiftly. There are no stories, no histories. Do not hold any sense of a shape for yourself. That would only be a construct. Therefore, you must leave everything. Pay attention only to that which is here, unkept. Therefore, there's no effort. To recognize what you are, you need not make one step in any direction. Distance cannot take you there. Journeys cannot take you. You need not be taken. Simply don't go with mind. And spontaneously you will notice. Or you will simply know. And this knowing and being are one. any idea, such as any technique to reach silence and peace, these are false. There are no techniques. There are no tools. There is no distance. Touch anything, and you begin to move in the realm of mind. Don't touch it. Leave it. Pay attention only to yourself. You without you, meaning you without any shape or idea about yourself. Impersonal. What I am pointing to does not need these words. Only the mind force might create a sense of some cloudiness, but you need not be distracted by that. Because even if such a thing were to come, this cloudiness cannot appear without consciousness. Remain only as consciousness. Everything else is a cloud passing. But the infinite sky is not passing, the sky of pure awareness. How simple. You hear my words. They are simply appearing in what you are already. I have nowhere to take you. And don't give this to the mind. Notice you're not sleeping. If sleep feels it's coming, it's only trick of mind. You just woke up. If a sense of tiredness or drowsiness is coming, notice it's coming from mind itself also. You're not that. Awareness can never be tired. It can never be bored, nor excited, nor hopeful, nor busy, nor in need. Awareness cannot be disturbed. It cannot be divided. Pure spirit intelligence being. This is your true place. mind appear here like a butterfly flying in front of your face to catch your attention, to pull some shape, but for the one who sees, it is too late. Even destruction now is merely a thought. Are you newborn? No. No. Timeless. Without beginning or end. Imagination. Imagination is also imagined. Yourself cannot be imagined. But the imaginary is imagined. Nothing touches awareness. So here I'm pointing to only to what is, not what is to become. There's no becoming for the truth. Your attention will recognize and confirm. Land again in your own self. And this manifest world will not trouble you. Be that dancing consciousness, which at the same time is ever still. Get used to your own emptiness, your effortless being. Finding that, recognizing that which I'm pointing to. Thought activity becomes weak for you. It will not trouble you. Let everything play in this dance of existence, but you remain in your stillness, even while your body is dancing. I am consciousness, dancing inside my infinite stillness. To know this is freedom. To doubt it, bondage. now I am the consciousness roaming to find the one in whom I can take rest. Will I pass your house? God says, make your house into a temple of emptiness, and I'll come and live there. And here is the secret. Knowing what you are, every thought can come now. But nothing can stick. Knowing what I am, I need no walls, I need no room. Everything come, everything go. I remain the same always. When you see with the true eyes, with the true heart, you may say, all things come and go. Situations, circumstances, they come and go. Time passes. But I never change. Age after age, I am here, the unchanging one. Before first, I am. You will know this. When you leave everything, including the idea of yourself, you will find this truth, beyond even conviction, prevails in you. But when? The one who is open receives. The one who is hungry eats. The one who doubts delays. The one who sees is free. Time after time, I share this with you, but you send me away. Choosing the ephemeral, the momentary. You fall under the delusion that you are time, therefore you are passing also. Everything about this day will pass, except one. Find this one who will not pass, who will not become yesterday. I am eternally present in the heart of the one who recognizes me, saith the Lord. And I will never forsake you. The one who came here truly for this will not leave with this, but you will leave as this. You will remain as this. Choicelessly, you will see. For my pointings and my words have come alive in you. Even these stairs you see, clouds passing. I do not prevent myself from experiencing anything. Let everything come. It is my dance. But nothing carries me away. For in the field of the phenomenal, I alone prevail as the unchanging one. find this truth in yourself. Now is not the time to concentrate upon anything at all. As I said, hold no image in your mind. Remain as the imageless one. Is this a task, you see? Find the secret of perceiving all things, experiencing whatever comes and goes, but never being carried away. Enjoy without attachment. Let the senses do their work in their own laws. Play inside your infinite stillness, but tell no one. Then you'll know my words will pass, may pass, but where they come from will never pass. They'll never grow old. They'll never need to be refreshed. This is the ocean of the Lord Supreme. This short time together is about to come to an end. But what I've been sharing with you will never end. Blissful is the one in whose heart this is seen. All things will leave except this. Know this, confirm this, be one with this. That is all you need to know in a nutshell. Bless each and every one of you. That the mirror of these words will reveal to you your true place, your unchanging nature. Find and confirm this. and be happy and free. Jai Papaji. Thank you, Father, for you alone are true. You alone prevail eternally. Bless and save all those in whose hearts you have spoken and are heard. Let this life be for freedom. Amen. You are myself, and the self of all. And to know this in this life is to be free for all time.